Hi, I'm Hannah Brown, and this is my novel, Look After Her, from Inanna Publications. When the parents of two young teens die suddenly in a cholera epidemic in Vienna, a neighbor, Mischlinger, absconds with the 14-year-old Hetty and the 13-year-old Susanna and takes them to a brothel. Despite fear, shame, and the forced addiction to morphine of the younger sister, the young teens keep trying to escape. In this episode or section, you will meet a young 15 years old Billy Wilder, the one who went on to make Some Like It Hot, among other films. Wilder always claimed that the reason he didn't do well in high school was because he kept watching what was going on at the brothel across the street. He also said that he acquired, as a teen, in the street, his first Egg and Sheila artwork. So, Billy strolled around the room, his hands in his pockets. He paused and looked at my Sheila portrait. Because the Madame Frau Krutzel hadn't been up to our quarters for months, we felt free to hang it on the wall. I've seen other drawings by Sheila, Billy said. Naughty ones. The way his people look out at you from his drawings. We knew him, Susanna said. He painted our portrait when we were children. Very bourgeois, completely clothed. Oh, I knew you couldn't possibly be street girls, the kind they say hung out in a studio. I can tell by the way you talk. You are rich girls. He looked around the room and laughed. With very bad luck. Nothing was tragic. Nothing made him angry. He said he was bullied at school for being a rich Jew, and it didn't matter if you told him he wasn't rich. In fact, that makes it worse. You were supposed to be what they say you are. You know how it is. I didn't, and Susanna didn't care. She adored him. Billy slipped up the stairs every time Krutzel was out. He and my sister sighed happily, laughing at the extravagance of each other's insults, and pretended to speak very questionable English. I regularly agreed to their urgent suggestion that I might want to disappear behind a newspaper. News of the art world and fashion were punctuated by their sighs and muffled laughter. A week later, a brown cardboard tube moved up and down on Billy's sleeping chest. The Sheila drawing was carefully rolled inside. This, I thought, would be our last night here. We had, I was sure, enough money. That first night at 13 Versteckstrasse, I had been younger than the boy who was now asleep on our bed. He was like my sister, able to fall asleep easily, undisturbed by the usual racket in the house on Tuesday that began as soon as Frau Krutzel left on her errands. Phonographs played, young women called to each other and ran across hallways. Susanna and I were changing, as quickly as we could, into men's clothing that Billy had brought. This is perfect. No one will pay attention to young men leaving a brothel. I pulled on black socks and attached them to garters. But Susanna, you know, Billy is not who I would have picked for this. He's not our kind of people. Please, we aren't either. Not anymore. Susanna buttoned her suspenders to her trousers. We're whores, Hetty. She stretched the suspenders, testing them. He's also shorter than you. I find that adorable in a man. Younger, shorter, stupider. The kind I like. He won't always be short. And what kind of a name is Billy? His mother was keen on the Wild West. Buffalo Bill. Oh, shit. The suspenders sprang back. Ouch! Susanna laughed, her automatic response to anything difficult. She had her hands over her breasts. Ow! Susanna, do you think Sheila would mind that I'm going to sell the drawing? No. It's your drawing. It's the one thing of ours that old Mischlinger never got. This startled both of us. I never knew what she might say, and neither did she. You never take this much time getting dressed, Susanna. But I'm not Susanna. I'm Horst, and he's very careful. Horst is a good name. I'm Rainer. We had heard from an American caller that one could acquire false papers in the spa town of Baden-by-Wein. He wanted us to skip town with him, but after that experience with our neighbor Mischlinger, we were never going to go anywhere with any man ever again. Billy didn't count. He wasn't really a man, not yet. Susanna said he had to return to Vienna on the next train or his parents would go mad looking for him. Susanna, did Billy make sure the carriage knows to pick us up at the side of the house? My Billy does everything right. She snuggled up to him. Did you pack my medicine? I flipped my hat so she could see the crown lined with small packets. There's enough to last until we start the cure. Hetty, do Italians ever go to Baden-by-Wein? We'll find out. Mustachios, Bella. We dabbed fixative on our upper lips, one sweep to the right, one sweep to the left, and then pressed on our mustaches. We shrugged into our jackets. We shoved our hair into tight nets and put on our hats, mine pale gray, Susanna's black. Wait. I put a rolled-up stocking down the front of Susanna's trousers and the mate down my own. We turned in tandem to get a side view in the mirror. What's that rustling noise, Hetty? I've got money in my underwear and a very good plan.